Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The enemies to lovers trope, a timeless tale of love blossoming in the most unlikely of ways. From classic period dramas to modern rom-coms, this story has captivated audiences for centuries. Let's explore some of the best enemies to lovers movies out there. In the 1965 movie musical, The Sound of Music, Captain Georg von Trapp first meets his brash new governess Maria, and their initial interactions are far from harmonious. But as they bond with Maria's 7 children, the captain starts to see just how charming she is. Julie Andrews shines in her role, bringing a whimsical lightness to the film that makes its romantic arc all the more believable. Another classic enemies to lovers story can be found in Singin' in the Rain. Movie stars Don Lockwood and Lena Lamont rule Hollywood in the era of silent films, but their relationship is put to the test when the release of The Jazz Singer shakes up the industry. Enter Kathy Selden, an aspiring stage actress who can sing and becomes the voice of reason for a befuddled Don. Debbie Reynolds brings her signature charm to this 1952 musical comedy, making it one of the most delightful enemies to lovers stories ever told. For those who prefer their romances with a period setting, Pride and Prejudice, 2005, is an excellent choice. Director Joe Wright's adaptation of Jane Austen's classic novel brings Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy together in a way that feels both authentic and captivating. The chemistry between Keira Knightley and Matthew Macfadyen is undeniable, making their enemies to lovers arc one of the most satisfying in cinematic history. Bridget Jones's Diary, 2001, also takes inspiration from Pride and Prejudice, but with a modern twist. Renee Zellweger shines as the titular heroine, who struggles to find love and self-acceptance in 1990s London. When she meets Mark Darcy, played by Colin Firth, their initial disdain for each other gives way to a romance that's both sweet and true. But perhaps no enemies to lovers story has captured our hearts quite like When Harry Met Sally, 1989. This iconic romantic comedy, directed by Rob Reiner and written by Nora Ephron, explores the complexities of friendship and love in a way that feels both timeless and relatable. The chemistry between Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal is undeniable, making their on-screen romance one of the most beloved in cinematic history. These stories remind us that even the most unlikely of partners can find love in each other's arms. Whether you're a fan of period dramas or modern rom-coms, there's no denying the magic of an enemies to lovers tale.